They didn't need a whole lot. They ran the football, but it was the turnovers. I think Ford fumbled. I think another guy got it punched out. So give the Jets credit. But what the Jets have going on, Ocho, if they think Aaron Rodgers is going to solve all the ills with what's going on with that team, they're fooling themselves.
And they're setting him up for failure.
Absolutely not. Listen, I've always said that you and I, we've gone back and forth about Zach Wilson being at the helm and really not being able to do anything. And a lot of the chirping and a lot of the noise on the outside feels that if Aaron Rodgers was to come back, all of a sudden he would be the savior. If you understand tonight, if you look at Trevor Siemian behind center, he had 1.9 seconds to throw the ball. 1.9 seconds. That's not enough time to do anything. That's not even enough time to have.
By the time you catch it and take a step back, Ocho,
somebody's already in your face. So there's really nothing you can do. There are many woes and many problems that need to be addressed in the offseason before Aaron Rodgers even thinks about stepping behind center. But again, on the other flip side of things, I want to talk about the Browns. The Browns obviously in playoff contention, making the playoff for the first time since 2020. But I don't like the fact that, I don't know, please help me understand, and you know this too, as well as me, as long as we played the game. Why do games like this, Joe Flacco is having the game of his life? Obviously, another 300-yard game. Almost. Wait, he finished with
309. He had 296 at the half.
He had 296, 2 something, whatever it was at the half. But then we get into the second half, and all of a sudden, Stefanski and whoever else is calling the plays, they step off the gas all the way. All the way off the gas. If Chief, I call him Chief. If Cheek and Joko had a first half like that, why not continue? Why not continue that momentum? Why not continue what they were doing in the first half in the second half? And have that carry over into the next game and then into the playoffs? That is great momentum for your team. That is great confidence for your team, especially from an offensive standpoint with a quarterback that's only been there for 5 weeks. Why come off the gas? I don't understand why teams do that. It makes no sense.
It doesn't, Ocho, but you know the thing is that, look, they got a decent running game. It's not what it would be had they had Nick Chubb. And Ford can run the football, but I think the thing is that it's easy to say we should have stepped on it, but it cost the Falcons the Super Bowl. Remember, when they should have been running the ball, they still full speed ahead, and guess what happened? Incomplete. Patriots get the ball. You have a turnover, they get the ball again. And the next thing you know, had you just run the football, you could have just run the football 3 or 4 series, and there wouldn't have been enough time. But because you kept stopping the clock and you turned the ball over on a short field, now you give a team an opportunity to get back in the ball game. So I understand. And even though selfishly, I would have liked to see Njoku see what type of game he could have had they kept going. I understand Stefanski and his rationale and thinking, because you know what we're going to say. You let that team come back after you done had them down like that, and you getting reckless with the ball, throwing it all over the place. When you got Ford, you have Kareem Hunt, people going to look at you like, what did you do? You just cost your team a playoff spot.
Yeah, but you have to think about this, huh? You have to think about how they plan defensively. If you only got 1.9 seconds to even throw the ball, they were running the ball decent, really not really effective enough to even come back in this game. Why not continue to pour it on and pour it on? Dude, what that does for your team confidence and that team offensively, mentally, to go in and win a game like that, even if it is the New York Jets, that carries on to the next game. And what happens when it carries on to the next game, it carries right on over into the playoffs.
How did the Jets get their touchdown? Flacco threw a pick, ran it back. How did he get them field goals?
Well, that was unfortunate though. The dude tipped the ball. He was trying to throw it to the flat. Okay, you're right. He should have threw it in the ground. He should have threw that in the ground.
Remember how? Hey, think about this. Remember what happened Monday night? How many of those balls got tipped that Brock Purdy got picked?
He should have threw it in the ground.
Three of them.
Right.
Remember
all 3 of them. All 3
he had 4. The first one in the end zone was clean. All the rest of them got popped up in the air.
Okay.
And
I'm with you.
It snowballs on you. I get what Stefanski is saying, and like I said, selfishly, you and I, we see it. Joe Flacco has 296 at the half, and you said we step on the gas. I mean, we keep the pedal to the metal. What could it have been? But then on the flip side,
58 at the rate they was going. Like it didn't even look like the Browns. Just in general, when I think about the Browns offense and what I saw